Hello my dear students, I hope you all are fine. Today in this video, let's continue our chapter which is light, shadows and reflection. This chapter is in physics. In the last video lectures, we understood what is light, then its sources, what are transparent, translucent, opaque object, what is luminous, non-luminous object, and we understood one property of light, that is rectilinear propagation. Rectilinear propagation means light travels in a straight line. Now today let's continue with the new topic, but I will not say the title of the topic. You must have to guess the topic. So for that, let me provide you one hint, that is the first photo. I will give you total 7 minutes, I will give you total 7 seconds to guess the title. On the count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time's up. Still if you are not getting, then let me give you one another example. Again 7 seconds on the count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you have guessed the title. Shall I relive this? Yes. Our next topic is shadows. We are going to understand what is shadow, how the shadow is being formed, what is the characteristic of the shadow. So here comes the first, that is its definition. That when an opaque object comes in the path of light, then a dark patch arrived on the screen is called shadow of an object. Now, let's understand it. What is it means? Firstly, an opaque object. Opaque object means you know that an object which do not allow light to pass through, that is considered as a opaque object. So, when an opaque object comes in a path of light means, suppose for example, path can be shown in the form of rays or in the form of beam, probably in the form of beam. So when the light is traveling, so at that time, when an opaque object comes in a path of light, so at that time, that opaque object is going to block the path of the light to travel. And due to that reason, a dark patch is arrived on the screen. So it is known as shadow of an object. Understand? So in this definition, you understood that for the formation of the shadow, you must have an opaque object, then the source of light and screen. Now what is screen? Screen means television screen or phone screen? No, it's not like that. Screen means an opaque object which can capture the shadow. This screen can be anything like a ground, or you can say wall, then you can consider as a paper also. Okay, means in short, the screen must be also an opaque object. So due to that reason, it can able to capture the shadow. Suppose if the screen is transparent, then you cannot see the shadow of an object. So here comes the condition for the shadows as we understood in the definition. That is, that must be a light source. Suppose inside the room there is no light. So how can you form the shadow? Okay, imagine that in the childhood also, when the electricity is not present in the night time. So due to that reason, the whole room is completely dark. So at that time, you cannot see your shadow. But when you switch on the torch or flashlight or just blow a candle, just lighted one candle. So at that time you find that the light is spreading inside the room, and in the path of the light, if an object comes, so due to that reason on the wall you can see a dark patch on the screen, and that is considered as a shadow. Okay, So light source is important. If there is no light source, no shadow can be formed. Second one is an opaque object. If an object is transparent, so definitely the transparent object will allow the light to pass through it and the shadow cannot be formed. For the translucent object, it can pass small amount of light to it can allow small amount of light to pass through. So it will not going to form perfect shadow. Some partial amount of light can pass through, so it will going to form partial shadow. And the third one is opaque object. Okay, so opaque object completely not allow or do not allow the light to pass. So opaque object is must for the formation of the shadow. Third one is a screen. Screen can be anything, a surface like ground or any opaque object, like you can consider as a wall. In the theaters also you can see that white huge screen is there and on that you can see the film. So that white curtain inside the school, in the school the smart class are there, so on that the white board is there and on that we can see or we can project the light rays on it and we can see different videos related to it. Okay, so whiteboard is also considered as a opaque object and it is act as a screen. So like this way we can see that a screen can be anything. Moving to the next, let's see how shadow is formed with the help of this diagram. You can see this is the source of light. Now the source of light, you can see this source of light can be anything, a flashlight or a candle or a torch or any light source. Okay, so this you can see that this is the path of the light. This triangle you can see. This triangle is nothing but the path of the light. Okay, and this is going to obstructed by this blue diary. You can see this is the blue diary. So this blue diary or any blue rectangle block, okay, it is going to block the path of the light, and due to that reason, for this much the gray region you can see, this gray region is receiving not a single amount of light rays, and due to that reason on the screen, this screen can be wall or surface anything. Okay, so this screen is receiving dark patch on it and this dark patch is nothing but the shadow of an object. Now I hope you get it. Moving to the next. Now we will going to understand the characteristic of shadow. Here comes the first characteristic. It is written, shadow of an object gives an idea about the shape of the object. Shadows are only dark outlines of the object. So inside this photo, you can observe that one boy is standing in the position. Okay, the sunlight, this is the daytime, so you can see that light source is present in terms of sun rays. Okay, an object is present, an opaque object is present in terms of this boy, and you can see the road is there. This road is act as a screen. Okay, so you can see that the light rays are obstructed by this boy, and due to that reason on the road the outline of an boy, the shape of a boy is there in terms of shadow. But this shadow is showing you the color of the t-shirt that boy wear, or the denim he has wear, or the color of the cap he has wear. No, it cannot be. Okay, so shadow is not providing you 100% all type of information. It is just providing the information related to the shape of the object. He has one nose, two eyes, one lips. Can you see inside the shadow? No. So it is not going to give you full information related to the color, texture and all. It is just providing you the guideline, or should I say outline of the shape of an object. That's it. Okay. Second one is the shape of the shadow depends on the position of the object between the source of light and the screen. Means, let's understand it by. Okay, over here you can see this yellow color dotted structure is considered as a light source. This light source can be anything, flashlight or a candle or light bulb. This is considered as a ball, football or any ball you can consider. So this is a circular object. Now you can see the path of the light from the point source. See, this is the path of the light. Now this path of the light is been obstructed by this football, and due to that reason the shadow is been formed. But you can see over here the distance between the point source and the ball is very less, and due to that reason it is forming a very dark huge shadow. Okay, on the other hand, if I am keeping the distance between the point source, or should I say light source, and the opaque object is far. So at that time the shadow is forming is very small. So it is depend on the distance between the opaque object and the light source. This distance is very lesser than the shadow is very huge, and the distance between the opaque object and the point source is very far, so the shadow is having very small, or should I say very small size shadow is been formed. Understand? So it is depend on this. Moving to the next, the third one is like this. The shadow is formed in the direction opposite to the direction of source of light. Means the shadow is formed in the opposite direction of the light source. Second is written, as the light source moves, the shadow also moves. Means as the light source is changing its direction from left to right or right to left, or like in a manner, then the shadow is also changing its position, but opposite direction. Third one is the length of the shadow changes according to the position of source of light. Means that shadow's length is depending on the position of the source of light. Let's understand these 3 points with the help of one diagram. You can see over here that this is the morning to evening position of the sun. First, I will start with the morning one. You see over here that morning the sun is over here. So, due to that reason, the sun rays will fall like in a manner, and due to that reason, the shadow is formed over here. You can see the first thing is the first point is satisfied over here, that the light source is over here left hand side, the shadow is formed on the opposite hand, that is right hand side. Okay, so the shadow is formed in the direction opposite to the direction of the light source is fulfilled. Okay, I hope you get it. Over here, opposite. Uh, you can see that the sun in the evening, it is having right hand side. The light source is at right hand side. So you can see that the shadow, light falls like in a manner, and due to that reason, the shadow is formed on the left hand side. Okay, so the shadow is formed on the opposite direction of the light, the first thing. Second thing over here, it is written that as the light source moves, the shadow also moves. You can see the from morning to evening, means the sun is moving from left to right. So you can see that the shadow is forming from right to left. Okay, so as the light source is changing its direction, the shadow is also changing its direction. Next one is the length of the shadow changes according to the position of source of light. Okay, so you can see in the morning the rays were completely slanted, and due to that reason very long shadow is been formed. Then the length of the shadow gets smaller as the time moves from morning to noon. See, it is getting shorter compared to first one. Then in the noon, you can see very small one, this one. Okay, then it moves for the evening, so again it's getting lengthened, and in the evening you can get it once again long shadow. So completely it is depending on the position of the light. Okay, the length of the shadow. So I hope you get it by this diagram that the shadow is formed in the opposite direction of the source of light. Second one, as the source of light is moving, the shadow formation position is also moving. And the third thing, the length of the shadow is depending on the position of the light. Okay. Moving to the next one, that is, if the light source is very tiny and concentrating at one point, then only a sharp shadow is formed called umbra. Okay. And what is umbra? Umbra means the darkest region of the shadow is called umbra. Let's understand with the help of this diagram. You can see this is the point source. Okay. And this point source, or I can say light source. This is a football. So you can see the path of the light like in a manner. So due to that reason, you can see very dark patches creating over here on the screen over here. Okay, so that dark patch is considered as a umbra. Okay, darkest region of the shadow is known as umbra. Moving to the next, on the other hand, opposite of the umbra, that sometimes it happens that the light source is very broad. Okay, instead of a torch, if I am considering the sun, so at that time I will get two types of shadow. The first one is very darkest region, which is considered as a umbra, and the very partial one or very lighter shadow I will receive, that is considered as a penumbra. Let's understand with the help of the photo. Okay, instead of a flashlight or a torch light, I am considering at a as a broad light, or I can say that a focused light or sun. Okay, so this path of the light has been blocked. So let's see, this rays is passing through or travel through, and it is going to be blocked by this football. So due to that reason, you can see that over here a very dark patch is creating over here, which is known as umbra. But on the other hand, you can see that it is passing through like in a manner. So due to that reason, this triangle and this triangle, it is receiving the lighter shadow. So this lighter shadow region is considered as a penumbra. Understand? Darkest region of the shadow is known as umbra, and the lightest region of the shadow is considered as a penumbra. Okay, uh, this umbra and penumbra can be formed naturally also. Do you know when? When the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse has been formed, at that time you can see this umbra and penumbra. Especially when the lunar eclipse has been formed, at that time you can see completely umbra and penumbra region. Okay, I will show afterwards. Moving to the next, up to this we understood what is the characteristic of the shadow, how the shadow is formed, and what is shadow. Next time we will continue with the next topic. Till then, just stay happy and keep smiling. Have a nice day. Bye.